Hi folks, and welcome to BPT 215, Broadcast Programming. My name's Fred Brucker. I'm your instructor for this course, and what we're going to do in this course is we're going to try to peel back the curtain a little bit and take a look at what happens inside broadcast media outlets in terms of their planning and their strategy for what they do over their airwaves, and also take a look at how they measure how well they're doing. We're going to take a look at it in terms of the network point of view, in terms of the local station point of view. We're also going to take a look at some of the players that don't necessarily work for the stations themselves, but the roles that they have, the influence that they have with those stations. And we're also going to take a look at how they deal with competition in all of its different forms. It's not just TV station against TV station. It's not just radio station against radio station. They're now competing with all different sorts of media. And we're going to take a look at how they look at that and how they strategize in that regard as well. Now, in this video, what I want to do is quickly show you where the syllabus is and then take you through the Blackboard for this class and help you be able to navigate your way around and get you to your first assignment.
All of the materials you'll need for this class will come from your textbook and from the Blackboard site for this class. You'll need access to a PC capable of connecting to the internet in order to effectively participate in the class. In addition, you may be able to participate in some of the assignments on a tablet or a smartphone by downloading the Blackboard app from Google Play or from the Apple App Store. For the purposes of this video, though, we'll connect to Blackboard using a PC. To log on to Blackboard, go to portal.cccc.edu and enter your complete Cougar Mail email address as your username, and then enter in your password. If you have problems logging in, you can call the IT Help Desk at 919-718-7397. After logging in, you'll have the option to enter Blackboard. Click on Courses. At the top of the next page, select the current semester. Then type 215 in the search bar to find our class. You'll be greeted with an announcements page. The page will have the latest announcements related to this class. Newest announcements will be at the top of the page. Be sure to check here for any late-breaking, important information. On the left side of the screen, you'll find a link to the syllabus for the class. The syllabus contains a wealth of information, including ways to contact me, information on the required textbook, grading schemes, and the tentative course schedule. You'll also see a link that says Start Here. This is where you'll find information to get you started in the class, including your first assignment. Be sure to read through everything in this section, especially in the orientation folder. That's where your first assignments are going to be. Course resources will give you great information on various services that CCCC offers you, as well as technical help and your privacy rights under FERPA. After that, all of the work that you will need to complete for the class will be found in the Course Content section of Blackboard. Content will be broken up based on chapter. Each chapter will have within it links to download notes and study questions. You have two options to complete your chapter notes. You can read the chapter and fill in the notes as you read. You can also watch or listen to a lecture and complete your notes that way. The notes are in a fillable PDF format in which you can fill in the answers right on your PC. Make sure that you save your work when you're done. Or, if you prefer, you can print out your notes and write in your answers. If you choose the write-in option, you'll need a way to scan your completed work so that it can be sent back to me. If you don't have a scanner at home, there are various apps that you can use with your smartphone that will allow you to take a picture of each page and convert the pictures to PDF. One app available on both Android and Apple is called Genius Scan. You can do the same thing with your study questions. In addition to that, for each chapter, you will be required to complete a short survey and attend an online class meeting. So your chapter notes will be based on content from each chapter. Your study questions will be based on your notes. Then, when quizzes come along, those will be based on your study questions. During quizzes, you may also encounter bonus questions that come from material discussed during our online class times. There are two ways to connect during our online class times. One way is to go into Blackboard and select Blackboard Collaborate. From there, you'll find a link to a course room. You should be able to connect from any sort of device, although some have had problems using Chromebooks to log in. You may want to test your connection before our first online meeting. Your device will need access to a microphone and to a webcam, if you have one. The other option is to call in to the meeting. You'll find instructions on how to call into a session in the Blackboard course room. Attendance in online sessions is required for this course. Attendance is also tracked by your completion of assignments for the class. Failure to complete an assignment by the due date will be considered an absence. If you have difficulties keeping up with work or attending class sessions, be sure to communicate with me by phone, text, or email. My contact information is available on the syllabus and on the contacts section of Blackboard. Taking an online class gives you a lot of flexibility to be able to complete course material at your own pace, but it also means that a lot of responsibility is on you to stay disciplined and motivated. It can be a challenge. So I've provided 2 ways for you to try to stay motivated. First, whenever we are not in an online class meeting, you can feel free to use the course room to connect with other students to talk about things in the class. Another option you have is the Student Coffee House. It's a forum that you can use to share things with each other or ask questions. I will scroll through the coffee house regularly to add to any conversations that are going on and to make sure that you're all behaving yourselves in there. But you can feel free to use these tools as you desire to. So now here are your first assignments. Check out Start Here and Course Resources on Blackboard. Then download a copy of the syllabus. Then in the course content section, click on Orientation and complete all 8 steps, paying special attention to steps 4 and 8. Then begin working on Chapter 1, which is also located in course content. Finish the notes, study questions, and the survey before our first class meeting. Please call, text, or email me with any questions. Again, all of this information is available for you on the Blackboard site and on the syllabus. If I don't talk with you beforehand, I'll see you in our first online class meeting.